Alright, so I'm gonna, this is just a preview of this app. It's not finished. I'm having some issues and bugs to kink out with the threading module in Python, but we'll get that finished. So the way this works is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run a script that's going to make a bunch of dummy files, a bunch of EXEs, JPEGs, different things. I'm going to show you how that works. This is just for the demonstration, of course. Test. It's going to make a bunch of files. I'll show you. Here's the folder that we're using for the example. These are the files I just made, and I'm going to make a bunch more. I'll show you how I'm going to do that by running my bash file over and over and over and over and over. I'll show you. And that's going to create a bunch of dummy files for us. One more time. And when it's done, I'm going to show you the folder, and as you can see, we've got a bunch more files in here now. And these are all, there's not really any data in them, they're just there for illustration. Now let's run the app, and it's going to take all, it's going to create a folder for images, videos, you know, etc., etc., and it's going to move everything into the appropriate folder. I put these in here for debugging purposes. We're just going to skip past them. And then of course it's going to pop up and it's going to say, are you sure? There's going to be two buttons here. One of them is going to be organize all, and the other one is going to let you choose from these options over here. So you can just move specific files if you want. But this one, right, this particular feature is, it's going to take every file that there is and put it in an appropriate folder. Yes. And it's running here in the background. This is the output window that's for the programmer that shows me what's happening. Now the glitch that I'm trying to work out right now is the GUI window, which is this right here, freezes while it's doing this, and all I got to do is fix that and we'll be good to go. But what it's doing right now is it's moving all those files to the appropriate folders, and we can actually watch that in real time. If you pay attention here, you can see it happening. See, it just moved one in there, and you'll start to notice, see the thumbnails changing? It's real time cleaning this stuff up. It's going through these files in real time and cleaning them up. See, no hands. The mouse is put right there, not touching it. It's doing that on its own. So basically it goes through and it's like, alright, this one's an EXE, it goes to the EXE folder. This one's a JPEG, it goes to the images folder. This one's an MP4, it goes to the video folder, etc., etc., etc. And it's really cool. And this is just, when programming, making use of this window, it really helps you to figure out what you're doing, because you have it display on the screen like, here's where it's doing this, and here's where it's doing this, and then you can identify where you went wrong and you can narrow in on it. But let's continue to watch this thing work. You'll notice that the list of files gets shorter and shorter until eventually there won't be any. This is a good way to illustrate it. Watch it. The list will get shorter and shorter and shorter. Here's where we started. And it's going to slowly move all those files in there. And you see it going through a lot of files right now. It's a little slow, but when I'm done with it, the progress bar will work. So it'll have a progress bar, and it will actually show you about how far along it is. And right now I just got it to where it organizes the files. Again, the main bug I got to fix that right now is threading in Python. I've got to figure out how to make it do this without freezing the GUI. I'm a little... I always figure these things out. It just, you know, it's one thing after another. But where I'm confused is I understand that if you try to update something in the GUI from a thread, that will cause problems. But I'm not doing that. There's actually nothing that the thread... Well, actually, technically first I did the threading, and there was nothing that I was sending to the GEI from the threading, and it was still doing that. Now, the only way I can get it to work is without the threading. So it's usually from one bug to another, but I always make progress, and as I make progress, this particular version is version 02, which they're all on less than 1. It's a I'm not even going to bother releasing it yet. But as soon as I can get it to like bare minimum base level operation, I'm going to go ahead and compile a version of it, and then submit it to VirusTotal and the different antivirus companies and have them check it out and everything, and go ahead and get it approved. And then once I'm sure that it's all clear on all the VirusTotal antivirus definition programs and stuff, and that they're all okay with it, I'll upload it to download.com, which is owned by CBS Interactive, aka CNET. CNET is download.com. Big download site, lots of software developers there. That'll be cool. And then anybody in the world can go download it for free there. I'll also put it on GreyHatLaboratories, but I like to refer people to download.com over my website, because download.com has more credibility. They've been around for a long time, and people know the name and trust the name. Anyway, you can see the files getting shorter and shorter as it works. I got a few software pieces up that's on download.com right now. I got way more in the works. They're almost finished. There's just certain little things that I got to fix on them. I kind of designed these as I was learning a new programming language, and there's a few things that I haven't learned yet that I'm in the process of learning, and as I learn those things I can fix them. And one of them is called threading. Threading is where you have your application do multiple things at once without the whole main GUI loop crashing. It's a very intricate and delicate process. You don't want things hanging up. Yeah, software development is tricky. Because sometimes if you don't do things just the right way, the app will just freeze. And you don't want to release an app that pisses the user off, and they're so fed up with it they uninstall it. As soon as these files are finished, I'm going to go ahead and close this video and upload it to my BitChute and to Gab. I think YouTube. I got one strike with YouTube. They won't let me upload for like 90 days or something. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on BitChute instead, which is my alternative channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Please sub, like, comment, subscribe. My Cash App is $botanicalg420.